Welcome back to Blunt Talk Podcast with your host, Riah, aka Riah Beauty and Fitness. Make sure you guys go show love to my Instagram and my TikTok. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Blunt Talk channel, and make sure you guys follow us on TikTok because we need all our supporters from Instagram to move over to TikTok. We're trying to get our algorithm up there, so make sure you guys go show love. But today we have a very, very important topic today. Today is something very, very dear to my heart because it's something that I'm passionate about, which, for first off, is racism. People say racism is over, but that's not true. Why does it feel like the Black family is still constantly under attack, financially, socially, and systemically? Maybe racism didn't end. Maybe it just learned how to hide. But hold that thought because I have a very, very special guest. And if you have been hiding under the rock, then you should know who this is. This is Yvng Red, an entrepreneur who's part of a team that leverages personal credit to secure business funding and invest in multifamily properties and other cash flowing assets. This conversation isn't just about money. It's about access, ownership, and what financial education really means for our community. So without further ado, welcome my friend, Red.
How you doing?
It's good. It's good. Nice to see you again.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed today. I'm a little tired, but I'm here.
Listen, I feel you, and I really, really appreciate you coming. I know we've been talking about this for weeks, and I really, really, really appreciate you taking the time and being patient and just...
Of course.
You've just always been very supportive, and I really, really appreciate you.
Of course.
I hope I can be the same to you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Make sure you guys show love to Red. Where can they follow you at? Because they need to get in tune.
Okay, you guys can follow me on Instagram at YVNGRED. Same thing with YouTube. That's really, I be on Instagram and YouTube, really.
For real. But he be getting to it, and he shares a lot of gems with his supporters, and he always vlogging with some lit stuff going on. So if you guys like that type of content too, you could get the best of both worlds. For real.
For sure.
So today we're really into a really deep conversation. But before we get into that, like I said, if y'all hiding under a rock, y'all should know who this is because he's been on my channel before. But let's just get to know you and let the supporters get to know who Red is. First of all, like, where are you from and how old are you?
Okay, I'm from Manchester, Connecticut, and I was born and raised in Manchester, and I'm 26 years old. And living in Manchester, it's not really like, it wasn't too bad, you know what I mean?
Bad?
Like, yeah, it was like a nice childhood, but like.
Well, I heard it was the Klan.
Oh.
They be saying it's the Klan. I don't know.
People call it like the Klan because there's a lot of white people. They say like there's racism, as you said, like the topic racism. But growing up in Manchester, I never really like witnessed any
experienced it,
really, like racism or nothing.
That's good. That's good. So maybe it's just like a false stigma, or maybe like a past, issue, because sometimes places evolve and as more different cultures come in and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of Jamaicans and like Africans that live in Manchester too. So maybe that's a part of the reason, like mixing cultures.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope though. So first of all, you're, like I said, you're a part of a leveraging company. So how did where you come from shape the way you see money?
Oh man, how I come from, well, with my family, like they just love, get to the money and hustle, you know what I mean? So I really looked at that as like, okay, maybe I want to do something that wants to make more and more income, you know what I'm saying? And then I've always wanted to like learn about like credit and do like real estate. So like, I'm even in a company called damn, I forgot what company I'm in. I can't even think of it right now. Yeah, I can't even think of it right now. But I mean, it'll
come back to him.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. But like I've always wanted to like learn about like all those like real estate and
like
just
financial
like
literacy.
I even took a class.
Oh really?
From that, yeah. Even though I got a C, but it's okay. I got a C from it, but
Just passing.
Yeah, just passing. Yeah, still passing. Yeah, I thought I was gonna get a B because like I learned more about like credit like before I even took the class.
Oh, okay.
And so because my mom taught me it, but yeah, I just like to hustle. You know
That's good, and I feel like that comes a lot like with a lot of Caribbean families. Like I feel like it's instilled in you guys because like at the end of the day, already being Black, it's hard. It's hard to grow and to build that income and that leverage. So it's like I feel like Caribbean families like they definitely see like the value in America. They see how much you can do here, and I feel like sometimes us like because we're born here, we don't appreciate it sometimes as much. Like a lot of opportunities. Not to say that it's equal opportunities, but at the same time, I feel like when you come from other countries, you definitely can. You just see more positive than negative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like that probably just shifts their mindset to a way that that's why they always got money.
Exactly.
They always got money. I'm sorry. They always got a house, a business, something.
Yeah,
so
always hustle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always,
so I
hustling.
really admire that. So that's dope. Okay. So you always just have been around people that are
Yeah,
thriving
been
and
around.
looking to ways to succeed and just grow their capital.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm in a business called Vinyl Capital. I had to think of it because I forgot the name of it. I forgot to like sign
I
it
already
out.
know because
You know what I mean?
them business companies, they be having those
Yeah.
long old fancy names. I don't know. It's them white people names.
I
don't
just
know.
joined, so I'm still like, thinking about the name of it.
Yeah, I
know
feel
what I
you.
mean?
But it's
Yeah.
listen, it's baby steps, and I'm really proud of you because
thank
even
you.
when I seen you stepping into this new era, I was like, wow, like
Thank you.
yeah,
No,
Red
I
really
appreciate
doing what
it.
he said he was gonna do. He
No,
said he was gonna level up this year. We talked about it and you did it. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So growing up, what did financial stability or the lack of it look like around you? Like, did you ever lack, or did you feel like I'm good? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's a point in times where like sometimes growing up, like I did like lack a lot of things. You know what I mean? Sometimes like I just became like lazy at things. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always wanted like the way I was like, damn, I want like everything to be easy for me, but it can't. You know what I mean? I have to work hard for it. You know what I mean? Like if you just sit there and just be lazy and just not do the work and just want easy money, then it's going to be like hard for you to like even work. You know what I mean? Because if you want the easy route, the thing's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I feel like social media plays a big role in that because I feel like it makes people think that it's fast money. Like even looking at your social media sometimes, if I know you in real life, so I know you work hard. But like if I didn't know you in real life, I would he just woke up one day and had an opportunity. No, like people don't just drop opportunities in your lap and you have to work for those opportunities and work to stay in those rooms. So I feel like a lot of times people just they blind themselves to that. They kind of gaslight themselves into thinking like, oh, it's just gonna happen one day. No, it's not just gonna happen one day. That's just not how it works.
Sometimes, I mean, should I wake up and I wish it could be easy for me. Like I could wake up and just make money in my sleep, but
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. You know what I mean? You have to wake up and just work, hustle, get to the bag. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yeah.
So was entrepreneurship always the plan, or was it like survival turning into strategy?
I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur because I got it from my mom. My mom, she had her own business when I was like really, really young.
Oh, what was it?
It was she was selling like nurse stuff, like nurse clothes.
Oh, that's nice.
In East Hartford. So I just got like I got inspired by it. You know what I mean? And to this day, she still sells like designers and all this stuff to her clients and all that stuff. So I really like got the inspiration from her.
That's really dope. And I feel like sometimes I'm gonna say this. Sometimes men don't like taking inspiration from women, and I feel like they feel like they only can be inspired by men in their life. But I feel like sometimes look around at some of the women that you have in your life. If a woman can do it, you can do it too. Like you know what I'm saying. So I feel like that's the dope way that I like that you said that.
No, exactly. Yeah. My mom, she's my biggest inspiration. Yeah. For real.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not my biggest inspiration, but she's one of them. You know, like because I feel like at the end of the day, like. Parenting is hard, so I feel like if you're able to be a parent and still provide for your kids, like you're already an inspiration to me because it's hard out here. Okay, it's very hard out here.
It's very hard out here.
Listen, I'm by myself and I don't know how I'm doing it. Okay.
No, you're doing good though.
Oh, thank you so much.
For sure.
So when we talk about racism today, it doesn't always look like it used to.
Yeah.
Right. So it's quieter, it's more strategic, and a lot of it shows up through money or the lack of access to it. So that brings us into today's topic. Will racism ever end? The war on the black family. Like, because to me, it feels like it's a targeted attack. It feels like it's aimed toward the trajectory of people. And I feel like going back to like the 70s and the 60s, I feel like that's when it started like directing towards the black community and the black family. Yeah. Particularly taking the men out the home by, putting crack into the hood and, just pushing just everybody in separate directions. So dividing the family. And I feel like it starts with that. Like they start off by dividing the family because when you don't have a strong sense of family unit, it's hard for you to know who you are and what you can do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, how do you feel about that? How do you think it started for us?
Oh, it really started for us?
Not even slavery, because let's not even go there.
With racism, I think like, it's not just white people. I'm not gonna say it's just every race. You know what I mean? And the reason why I think we are always targeted is because like I think we have something going on for ourselves. Like we have better businesses. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but
go ahead,
we have better businesses, better personalities, just better everything. Yeah. And I think like with other race, when they see that, they still don't. They have that hatred in them still. You know what I mean? So. That's what I believe. You know what I mean? Other people can say, "Oh no, that's not true." But this is what I believe. You know what I mean?
Well, I truly believe it all stems back from us being the original people. Like, that's already an intimidating factor. Like, I truly, like, I've studied this a lot and I've been getting more into it. Like, we are the original race, the original, you know, skin color. So I feel like when as time evolved and, you know, things happen, I feel like you knowing that subconsciously already intimidates you. And I feel like it takes a lot of emotional and mental, like, maturity to like, you know, decipher that. Because like you said, like, not everybody is, I would say, not just white people, but not everybody is prejudiced, but everybody is racist. And I will say that. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes they don't realize they don't know the difference between the two. And that's why it's always a argument about it. But if you really know the difference between the two, then you would know that racism is very much still alive. And just because bigotry is not so out there anymore, like how it was back then, doesn't mean that it's not real. So that's why I mean when I say it's quieter, it's different, because it's not like, you know, them walking up to your face calling you a nigga and you know, like, and lynching you in the street anymore, like, blatantly, you know what I'm saying? But it still hits you, like, you know, like when you realize I don't have the same opportunity to get that job. I don't have the same opportunity to be in that room with that business owner. I don't have the same opportunity, you know, to get the knowledge of financial literacy. Like, in schools, in public schools, they do not teach us that, you know, and in our communities, they don't teach us anything about money or anything like that, credit. And I never learned anything about that in high school or anything. So I feel like it starts with that.
Right.
So today we're unpacking that. How do you see it showing up in today's world?
How do I see it? Like, when it comes to, like, racism?
Yeah.
I mean, today we still see racism everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, it's a sad truth. Like, same thing, like, because the police brutality still happens.
Like that man that was just killed, the mental patient. Like, and people were saying, oh, he was being a danger to the police. But it's like, how many white people are a danger to the police when they're all having mental breakdowns, stuff like that? Do they jump to killing them? No, they do everything they can to do the opposite, you know?
Yeah, we still see it all the time, and it still happens. Like, people still call us the N-word. Even like when businesses
justify it.
Yeah, even in businesses, there's still racism in businesses. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. So me, my business partners, we was looking at houses in Massachusetts, and it was a nice neighborhood. You know what I mean? We was looking at, you know, we had our lawyer and stuff and everything. So and there was like a white neighbors like just looking at us like crazy.
You don't belong.
Yeah, and then we try to greet them and say, hey, you know, we do real estate, looking at, you know what I'm saying? And then they just look at us as disgusted, and then like, and this was recently too.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, it still happens to this day, you know what I mean? It don't care like if you wear nice clothes or you have
they don't care.
If you're billionaire, people still don't look at you as color, you know what I mean? And yeah, it just sucks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does. And I feel like, like going back to that, like them saying the N-word, like I feel like, don't get me wrong, I can see both sides of the sword, like when it comes to other races, not white, like Hispanic and stuff like that. I can see how they feel like they're so close to us community-wise, where they feel like they have taken on our culture. But I also feel like it comes to a respect thing. If you're around a black person and a black person was to tell you, I don't like that you're using that word, you should respect that. Now, if you're around another black person and they don't mind, that's fine. But I feel like you should respect our boundaries, because at the end of the day, it was used to oppress us. And I feel like that's the part that's getting lost in translation. Like a lot of people are arguing about the fact that, oh, well, they're just as hated as I don't really want to argue about who's hated more, because it really doesn't matter to me. My point is the wording and the vocabulary being used. And if you're hurting somebody and they're telling you that they're being hurt by what you're saying, it doesn't matter what right you think you have to that word. You don't have the right to that word. And I feel like that's the misconception that's going on, like in the Hispanic community. Like they just feel like they can, like, and I'm half Hispanic, so I can say this. Like but I'm also black. And I feel like I see both sides, and I still feel like black people have a right to want to gatekeep that word. At the end of the day, they made it their own, and that they have the right to dictate who uses it. And I just feel like it's a gaslighting thing where they try to make us feel like we're hateful because we're setting those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always turns back to us. It always turns back to it's you. You guys are angry. You guys are this. You guys are hateful. It always turns back to us, no matter what you do or say to us. It's like, you just called me a nigga, but I'm hateful because I don't want you to call me nigga. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of like a gaslight thing. So I feel like a lot of black people I see are condoning it and also shaming other black people for standing on their boundaries. And it's okay if you don't have those boundaries, but like I said, respect other people that have those boundaries. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I feel the same way, you know what I mean? I don't like when, like, other race say the other word, like, especially white people, because I always think of, like, why is a white person saying the N-word? Like,
I feel like you have no reason.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know why? Because they hang out with lots of black people. They feel the way to think, okay, I hang out with a lot of black people, I can say the N-word, I don't care. But it's like...
But that in itself, to me, is, like, racism, because you feel like I don't hang around... I don't hang around like certain type, like that's like me hanging around Muslims and thinking I can just take on their, that's disrespectful. At the end of the day, you wouldn't do that to someone's religion. You wouldn't do that to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So don't do that to my culture, and don't do that with something so sensitive, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the thing that is just getting lost. Like, everybody needs to respect everyone's boundaries. And at the end of the day, that's the issue. Black people's boundaries are never respected. It's always, we're doing too much, we're asking for too much when we've never had enough. So I don't know where it comes from that we're just taking and we're just wanting it all. Like, we still don't have what we deserve and what we need. Like, so that's how I really look at it.
But let me ask you this. I know you asked me a question, but let me ask you a question,
ahead.
Right? Who do you think that gets a lot of racism? You think the black community or the Hispanic community? Like
I said, I do not like to compare hatred.
But
if I was gonna keep it a whole stiggity stack, because this is blunt talk and I don't give a fuck, black people, like, this shouldn't even be a question. Black people are still to this day, like don't get me wrong, Hispanics still get discriminated against, but let's just say, for example, like, immigrants that come here, right? They get more than we do.
Yeah.
They get more, and not even just Hispanic immigrants, all immigrants. Anybody who comes from another country, they get more benefits than us Black Americans. So I feel like that in itself is a reason why, like, we feel like we're still more oppressed, because at the end of the day, we're American citizens who were enslaved on this land that we own. You know what I'm saying? Like, we created, we built. You know what I'm saying? And we were enslaved on it, and then at the same time, we still don't get the benefits that other people get that are coming from another country. And then, don't get me wrong, fuck ICE. Like, let's just say that, because I don't want y'all to think fuck ICE on myself. But I'm just saying, like, it's stuff like that that makes me feel like, how do y'all not see, like, we like, not saying immigrants didn't also help, because immigrants also help build America. We're not knocking that. But again, like I'm saying, how would you feel? That's like me building my house from the ground up, and then someone dictating everything I do in my house, how I eat in my house, how I provide for my family, how I do. That is racism. That is control. That is using your systemic power to belittle a people. And I feel like that's what they're not seeing. Like, how would you feel if you have all access? It looks like you have all access to everything, but you really don't. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like a hidden. It's a hidden hatred. It's a hidden hatred, and you feel it every day. You feel it every day you wake up and go to work. You feel it every day you go and you try to get a loan. You feel it every day that you want to open up a new credit card. You feel it every time. So it's like, I don't want to argue about that shit. Don't argue with me about that shit, because you're going to be mad. Don't argue with me. I'm just saying, that's just what it is to me. And I respect everybody's views and whatever, but respect mine and respect my boundaries. If I tell you don't call me nigga, you call me nigga, you're getting punched. I'm just telling you that right now.
Exactly.
I'm not arguing about the shit. So I see it, because I don't know if you see, like, the baddie shit going on with Gretchen and all that stuff. Like,
I don't watch that.
But I'm saying that's where this topic has been going, because, people very low vibrational, so they don't really talk about racism unless it's like something drama based or whatever. So if y'all know Gretchen from Baddies. She's a Hispanic woman. Yeah. She looks very white, but she is Hispanic. And
I'm sorry to cut you off. Is that the one that's dating the CEO?
No.
No? Okay,
no.
Okay.
She feels like she's entitled to say the word nigga because her baby father is black and she has a black child. And I feel like that's even more of a reason for you to have respect for the culture, because you want your son to be able to recognize when somebody is disrespecting his boundaries. At the end of the day, how would you feel if your son looked at you and said, Mom, you look like a white woman and it offends me when you say nigga? Would you just tell him, oh, well, I had you, so I can say what I want?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it kind of gives to me. And when y'all make those type of excuses, like, I don't give a fuck. I would have beat her ass every day, and y'all couldn't tell me shit about it. So I really don't give a fuck. Like, if I was to tell you in your face that what you're saying to me is offensive, and you tell me, hey, you don't give a fuck, basically, because you done hopped on some black dick, I would really slap the shit out you. Right, like, I'm just saying, like, so to me, that is just like, and I feel like that's what a lot of Hispanic women do. Like, they fuck black men, so they think that they are black, and that's not the case. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna claim black all the time. Don't claim back when it's beneficial. You guys claim your Hispanic culture all day long until it's time to say nigga. Now you're black. Now you're Afro Latina. Now you're Afro like, girl, bye. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
real.
what they get that shit so confused. Like, just because you fucking with a black man, like you gotta say it. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you just gotta be yourself. You know, just be yourself.
And that's the thing though. She's saying that she's being herself because in her community, like, I guess, like, she is raised around a lot of black people, and, you know, like, I'm sure you know in the hood there's a lot of Spanish people that say that. But again, my point is this: I'm not saying that she is a racist person for saying that, because again, I know that maybe that's not her intent. But what's racist about it is the fact that you do not care about the fact that you are offending people. And it's like you're turning yourself into the victim by saying, they're bullying me, they're booing me on stage, but that's because you didn't even acknowledge the hurt that you caused. You could have said, oh my God, I've always, just been raised saying that, people in my community are not offended by it, so I did not think anybody on this cast would be offended by it. Like, that's how you go about it as a grown-ass woman. But when you are immature, I feel like you internalize everything and you don't see the bigger picture. And that just shows me that you're ignorant to the fact. Yeah. Because anybody with knowledge knows that words are very powerful. And then if I'm telling you not to say it, don't say it. And that's just what it is. So
yeah, exactly.
That's just how I feel about that.
Yep, that's a fact. Yeah, no, she's speaking facts.
Yeah.
Speaking real facts.
So how does credit access or misinformation about credit play into generational setbacks? How do you think that affects you? Like, not knowing about credit, not knowing where to go, or like how important it is? Because I know that's what put me in debt at a young age, is not knowing how important credit is. So how do you think that affects us?
I mean, it could affect like many things. Like, for example, if you're trying to like buy a house, you know what I mean? If you have, like, if you're in debt of something, like your credit score is always going to go negative or even bad, you know what I mean? Yep. Yeah. So it's always like important to always make sure your credit is always good. Always like, or, get your credit fixed or anything, you know what I mean? Because if you be in debt for just one thing, if you have like something that you owe that you don't even know about, it's gonna fuck your shit up like bad, you know what I mean? And I learned that at a young age. I think around like high school, and I think I even had like I don't think I've had a credit card back then. I had a debit card.
Wow.
But I learned about like, the things of, credit and how much it affects everything. So like, yeah, it just affects a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wish people told me about like credit cards, like how to choose the right one, or how like choosing the wrong one could really fuck your credit up. Because at the end of the day, like, a credit card is supposed to help you. So I feel like when you get the wrong one, it like high APR or whatever, it's like you end up like kind of putting yourself in a negative position than a positive one. Yeah. Or on top of that, like, if you don't know how to use it correctly, then you're kind of using it and you're not even doing what you want to do with it, because no one's taught you exactly how to use it in a way to benefit you. Yeah. And then on top of that, I feel like you said about the credit thing, like when you mess up with your credit, I wish somebody told me how long like it takes for that to come off your credit without you paying someone or like, doing all this hard work to get it off your credit. So I feel like those are things that should be taught in school. Like, that should be like a main subject, is financial literacy in all children's lives, because it's very important. It's one of the main factors when it comes to longevity and just growing and self-preservation. Like, how are you gonna how are you going to preserve your life and then also grow from that if you don't know, how to capital off what you have right now, So
yeah. And it's also crazy because when people have like when the first time like they have a credit card, right? They just they have a credit card, I can spend everything I want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They don't see,
but they don't know like, yo, the amount of money that you spend, you have to pay that shit back. Before the due date. You know what I'm saying? If you don't pay on time, then your credit score is going to be fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, just you see your credit card. You just see the
money and you're like, oh.
Yeah, you could buy like $1,000 as shoes, and then when you see the credit limit, it's, oh my God, I got to pay this much. If you don't pay it back, then it's going to fuck everything up. You know what I mean? And then like the bank is going to look at you, hey man, you just spending money just to spend.
I learned that when I got my first credit card closed on me, like that messed up my credit so bad, like so bad, and I was so like shocked because it was only like $300, and it's like
it fucked you up bad,
bro,
right?
and I'm like $300 has me like almost at 400, like what the fuck, like I'm like I was like yo, and it's crazy because it was life changing for me because it really opened my eyes to like, damn, you're really ignorant to things. You don't know anything really. You don't know anything about life, and that's what taught me to like be teachable and to look for education, search for education, because obviously they're not going to give it to us. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep. Do you think lack of financial literacy is accidental or intentional? Do you think they purposely take it out of our like schools and things like that, or do you think it's accidental, like they just we skipped that by accident?
Oh, like in high school or just in general?
No, like in general. So like, school curriculum, stuff like that. Like they choose what they want to teach us. So do you feel like it was intentional to leave that out, or do you feel like it's more of an accidental
Actually, that's a good question. I think if they leave it out, I think it's because they don't want the students to like really know about the credit, or they want them to like work hard for it. You know what I mean? They don't want to like. I mean, some teachers do be gatekeeping about what to teach. You feel me?
Yes. Because
they don't want like. Sometimes they be hating. Sometimes. You know what I mean? I see it. You know, they don't want to teach the kids like what they want to know because they think that you won't get too successful of that. You know what I mean? So they just want the students or people in general to learn on their own. You know what I mean? And I even knew about credit way before I even took the class. So it's like,
wow.
Yeah. So it's like, I do believe that they be leaving some parts out
on purpose
for the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I don't know why though, because I feel like you need to teach everybody just everything about financial literacy. You know what I mean?
I feel like that just would make America even better. Like I feel like if everybody had that knowledge, we can just do nothing but thrive. I feel like there's like people have this thing that I don't know if they like. I think it's again an intimidation thing where they think if we have the knowledge, we're gonna excel them, and you know what I'm saying. But I feel like that's just a horrible mindset to have. Like the world should be always going up and doing better, and I feel like we're the majority. Like we're the minority, but we're the majority.
Yeah, the majority.
So if we're the majority, why don't you want us to be successful? You know what I'm saying? Like we're the majority of America. You know what I'm saying? There's so many black people in America, so many of African descent. So like, why wouldn't you want us to thrive? Like we're running your country literally. Like exactly, so let's talk about it. But
they don't know.
They don't know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, right? Yeah. But I also feel like when it comes to that, like gatekeeping, like I didn't even realize. Like it's crazy looking back in high school. I had a teacher named Mr. Williams. He was Pan-African. I didn't even know what that was at the time. But looking back, that man was so woke, and that was the only teacher that told us the motherfucking truth. When I say the truth, the motherfucking truth. Shout out to Mr. Williams. And y'all need to tell me where the fuck he at now because God bless his soul. But I remember thinking Mr. Williams was such an asshole. But he was so honest and direct and truthful with us about everything. When it comes to history, everything. I believe he was our history teacher, and he also taught another subject. And he also ran, I think, a black like an after school program type thing with a lot of kids. And he was Pan-African, and I didn't even know what that was back then. Yeah. But like now that I'm aware of what it is, and like I said, I'm more I've educated myself on a lot. I see how powerful it was what he was doing, because at a time where there was no other teachers doing what he was doing, he put his job on the line. Because think about it, if everybody wants to trap these children in a mindset that they are unable to succeed, and you have one teacher fighting for all of us, that takes courage. That takes courage. It's making me fucking emotional. That takes real courage, like and like pride to do that, and not care about what happens to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have lost his job. He could have lost his everything just being truthful with us. Like, we would read something in the textbook and he'll be like, that's not how that happened. And he would tell us how it happened. If I had never, like, experienced that, like, I would have nothing to go back to and reference. Like, I would have thought, like, you know, like, just, I don't know. It's just very mind-opening to, like, see that even back then there were woke black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't so popular to be woke, if that makes sense. You know, it was more like the slave mindset, you know? And I feel like that was just really courageous to think of. So if anybody knows where Mr. Williams at, please let me know, because I really want to shout him out. I low-key want to get him on the podcast.
No,
so
you should.
Please let me know if y'all know where Mr. Williams is at.
No, you should. No, that'd be a good episode.
No, literally, like, love him. How does investing multifamily properties impact not just individuals but communities? So I know that's what you do now. Like, you're investing into properties. Like, how do you think that's going to benefit people? Because I see that you're also offering, like, mentorship and, like, bringing people on. So how do you think that's going to benefit the community?
I think it honestly, like, help people, like, realize everything that what we do and everything. And I mean, plus, like, I mean, people could, like, look at that and then just, they want to do, you know, real estate, and then, like, you know, like, sell, like, multifamily homes and stuff, and, you know, just get into the program, or, like, learn about it, you know what I mean?
Create generational wealth.
Create generation. I just think, like, what we do, right, is, our goal is, like, to, like, find or get, like, multiple, like, multifamily homes, and find the people, like, oh, okay, like, if they want to find a house just like that, we, like, you know, get some, like, some deals and stuff, whatever it is. And but the main thing is, like, we just want people to, like, to learn about the things that we do, and just, like, help people and everything. And
so your goal is really mentorship, and to really, like, bring on other people and educate.
Yeah, and we also help people, like, with people, like, who wants to learn. What we do, we definitely, like, help them out, like, you know, if they have questions, we just answer them, and then the main thing is we help people. We don't let people figure it out on their own. You know what I mean? Because that'd be fucked up for us to, like, okay, we tell them, then he could just do it on their own. Nah. Like
you walk them through it, and you really help them if they along the way.
If they're like, you know, they're brand new to it, and, like, they need help with something, we always there for them. You know what I mean? So
that's big, because I feel like a lot of like, there is a lot of people, like, seeking, like, you know, to help people and mentor people, but I feel like that's a big part of it. Like, people forget that you have to, you know, go along with them along the way. Like, they're new to this, so they will get discouraged if they don't feel supported. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a big part of mentorship, is staying along your side along the way, and not getting not just throwing the information at them with no you know sense of support. Because I know a lot of people have done that to me, and that's when I've got discouraged, because it's like I kind of feel dumb, and I don't feel like I know what I'm doing, and then they don't make me feel comfortable to ask questions. So I feel like that is really big, and I'm really thankful that you're doing that. And you need to link up with me, because we were supposed to do that. And I need to get my financial literacy right, and I need to build my generational wealth, and I need to buy me a home, and I need to do a lot of things. So
no, I got you.
Get on red ass in the comments, because he's supposed to be helping me first before he help any of y'all. It's like,
we got a lot of people that we need to help. You know what I mean?
I'm just playing. I want all y'all to get the help, really, really, really.
Oh no, for sure.
But yeah, I feel like overall you will impact individuals, like you said, but I feel like community-wise, just doing what you're doing, like, people seeing you go from where you were at to what you're doing now is already affecting the community. Like, you don't know how many people watch you that probably are inspired by the fact that you even stepping are in those rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many little black boys that's probably looking at you like, I didn't even think I could be in that room. I don't even think that somebody like that looks like him would be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So that just in itself is life-changing, and you just deserve your flowers. I really, really appreciate you for being courageous. Like,
thank you. I appreciate
literally.
it.
So I want to go into, like, the healing and survival versus survival mode of this. So how do we balance building wealth while still addressing trauma? Because I feel like that's a big thing, and that's why I feel like when we do step into those rooms, we end up messing it up, because we still have that trauma. So how do we, when you stepped into that room, how do you, because I know you faced some adversity and some trauma. Like you said, you still kind of face some racism and stuff like that in the field that you're in. So How do you navigate that?
Oh man, the way how I deal with trauma. I mean, people still have trauma nowadays. You know what I mean, but they still don't know how to deal with it. But the way how I do it is like me. I just like go to my room sometimes, just think about like the positivity. You know what I mean, and I know like the trauma sometimes like it'll come back to my head and stuff. But sometimes like I just talk to somebody who I trust, who I love, especially my mom and stuff, and I just deactivate every social media that I have because it's always a distraction. Like
Yes.
if you want like to be better, you want that trauma to go away. Like you need to get rid of the distractions out of everything. You know what I mean? It's really hard to deal with like because I've been depressed like many times, and I just like to talk to somebody who I love the most because sometimes I hate being alone. Sometimes like especially like if you're like by yourself, you don't talk to nobody that who truly loves you. I mean, it's going to be really hard to get out of that dark place. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's really hard to like even like you said that you're happy, but you're not happy. You know what I mean? Like you could smile somebody in the face, but they don't know what you're going through. And every time like I always tell people, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. Don't stay in that dark place for long, because God needs you. Everybody needs you to be better. You know what I mean? Always like real. If you believe in God, always pray to Him. You know what I mean? Because depression is real. Like mental health is very, very real, especially with us black men.
Yes.
Like, and that's the thing with us black men. We don't like to talk about what we go through in life because we're afraid that people is going to judge us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why like us black men, we always got to stay strong for our close ones, like so people don't see us like, okay, we're going through some things. You know what I mean? And I feel like we us black men especially should it's okay to cry. It's okay to like talk to your feelings to somebody. You know what I mean? Even myself, like always thought like, okay, even though I was going through some things, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. I gotta stay strong. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's okay to
break down,
just to let it all out. You know what I mean? Like you can't just hold that in because it's gonna like make you down even more if you hold it in. You know what I mean? So it's always important to like talk to somebody who you love, who you know,
and who loves you.
Yeah, who loves you.
Surround yourself with love. Because sometimes you love people and you can't see that they don't love you. You know what I'm saying? So really go based off energy and who really does make you feel loved. Because people say that word a lot, but you have to feel it.
Yeah, no. Listen, always like cut off the people who don't fuck with you like that, who don't love you like that. You know what I mean? Because those are fake people. You know what I mean? If they love you for real, love you for who you are, they'll check up on you. They make sure that you're good. They do everything in their power to make sure that you're okay. You know what I mean? If the fake people just say, okay, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
If they want you smiling all the time, they don't really want to address the negatives.
Yeah, they want to be there for you when you're down. You know what I mean? When you're in a dark place, you don't want to get out of it. Let them be the people to bring you out of that dark place, or even God. You know what I mean?
You giving me chills. Can I give you a hug? My friend in real life, y'all. Oh. No, real talk though. I hope you could always come to me about anything because
for sure.
I know I can come to you and you've always been there for me. So, but yeah, black men, don't be afraid to like show your emotions. And I feel like a lot of black women are starting to realize too that we have to be accepting of that and be more open because for a long time we were so strong-hearted that we couldn't open up our hearts to you guys. And I feel like that just comes from, again, our trauma and racism and what they did to the black family. And I feel like that's why we're talking about this, because we want to bring back the love and we want to bring back the community. Like we want to bring back the black family. We want not just romantically, but the brothers and the sisters to be more aligned. I really wish that we all can just have more empathy for each other. And I hope that I have so much empathy for you and every black man, because you guys do face a lot every single day, and women are not the only ones that go through it.
Yeah.
So that's real.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say how I address my trauma and process it is being honest with myself about how I feel, because I feel like sometimes we don't be real with ourselves when we are offended or when we are hurt by something. You know, we tend to, like you said, be strong. Like we are so resilient. We're such a resilient people that that's our strength, but it's also our weakness, because we forget that it's okay to be human. Like we have feelings, we have emotions, and sometimes I do get sad looking at the world the way it is, and it makes me very emotional. So I feel like being honest with yourself about how much it does affect you is real, because seeing your people go through those type of struggles will break you down. It will. So I feel like just be honest with yourself, and it hurts. It does hurt. You don't have to be strong all the time. White people don't affect me. White people don't.
Yeah.
It hurts sometimes. It does.
Yeah, exactly.
What does protecting the Black family actually look like in 2026?
Protecting the Black family in 2026. What does it really look like? Just everything, really, because we still live in a evil world. You know what I mean? You know, the Black family. I say like mostly the Black family protects their family. I would say like probably like just like criticism. Just criticism.
The way you speak.
Yeah, the way you speak. Like, because people, they won't say a lot of hurtful things to, like, let's say like if you have a kid, you know, you don't want nobody to disrespect your kid or anything
Exactly.
like that. You know what I mean? Especially like, and then like I'll say like the media too. The media is like really fucked up place where, like, you know, anything could happen to your family. So you just want to just protect your family just 24/7. You know what I mean? I feel like not just Black, but just every family should just protect, you know, one another. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, of course, you know, I'm the oldest in the family, so I gotta protect my family at all costs. You know, from everything, from people, like just everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
feel like what you just said was real. Like words are very, very strong, and I feel like people don't realize that how you speak to your Black community. I see a lot of Black people referring to themselves as Negroes, like in jokes, and I just feel like they don't realize the subconscious things that they're doing. Like, you know, like the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to people that look like you, it all comes back to self-hatred. Like if you speak to yourself like a queen, like a king, you're gonna feel like that. But if you speak about yourself or about your people in a negative way, or you allow others to do so, that all stems back to how you feel about yourself and your people. Yeah. And I feel like we have to bring back being Black and proud. And what that means is actually instilling positive attributes. So like, let's stop promoting the negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, for example, like, the way we teach our sons and our daughters to communicate and to live life. Like, I say this all the time, you're your children's first role model. You need to teach them how to address people, how to address their concerns, their frustrations. You need to teach them how to properly just communicate with humans, because sometimes, I know me for one, I used to just always jump to anger. I thought the only emotion I ever felt was anger. Anytime something made me upset or sad, I jump to anger, defense mode. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm saying things that I don't mean out of hurt, because I don't know and I don't have the tools to express, like, what you just said here made me feel used. What you just said here made me feel unwanted. What you just said here made me feel not valued. You know what I'm saying? Instead, I jump to feeling anger instead of when really I'm sad, or really I'm hurt, or really I'm, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like just teaching your children at a young age emotional vulnerability, teaching them emotional intelligence is a big thing in the Black community. I feel like I see a lot of us struggling with that, even at grown ages, and it takes you looking inward and self-accountability. So a big thing for me is holding yourself accountable, holding the people around you accountable, even if they look like you, because that's another thing. I feel like another thing that they think is being proud Black is basically just condoning everything you do because you're Black. And I feel like that's not a benefit to our race at all. I feel like in order for us to thrive, we have to be able to
stick together, you know.
Yeah, stick together. And by sticking together, you should be able to want your fellow community members to be living at their highest vibration. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever saw you spiraling in a negative way, I see you doing so good now. If I ever seen you making a bad decision, I'm never just gonna watch you crumble.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna condone your demise. So I feel like that's sometimes we have to just be honest with our people that we love, and honesty is love. So be honest with the people that you love about
be honest with everything. You
everything.
know what I mean?
Yeah. And also protecting the Black family in 2026. Sorry, God, this is very emotional for me. I'm trying to like hold it together. Protecting the Black family to me is also being mindful of when and who you create children with. I'm going to speak on this. This is a very controversial topic, but this is something I also feel strongly about. I don't judge anybody for doing different, but at the same time, I feel strongly about this. I would not procreate with any other race other than Black, just because I feel like we're at a time where we need to show our Black women and our Black men how much we value them, and how much we see the value. Like, I feel like sometimes when you go outside your race, you're unknowingly sending a message that you don't want to be a part of your own community, or you want to branch out. And I feel like the Black women especially need that sense of security, that sense of love and safety from the Black man again. And I feel like we don't have that anymore because they are constantly telling us they'd rather be with a Latino, they'd rather be with a white girl. And that's very hurtful to your Black mother, your Black sister, you know, whether they admit it or not.
When we said that, right, I see like, not a lot, but like us like Black men, we see it like, okay, let's say the preference is like white or Latino or something else, right? They are willing to go and disrespect their own race just because they like white girls or Latinos or anything. You feel me? And I'm just looking, I'm like, why are you like disrespecting a Black woman for?
Right.
Like, if you say that, okay, that's not, Black woman's not your type, then okay, that's fine. But you're not gonna go and say, oh, I don't like you calling them
because you're
Black women,
loud and
black bitches. And it's not like, I just looking at them like, damn, like you don't gotta say all that. You know what I mean? Like you don't gotta disrespect your kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, your mom is Black.
You come from Black.
You know what I'm saying? And let's say like, okay, the Black man has daughters. Their daughters is Black. Why you want to disrespect a Black woman? Like, come on, like
you're telling your daughter that she's not valuable.
Yeah, you're basically like a sellout. Where you disrespect.
You're a fucking coon.
Women. Yeah, exactly.
That's the fuck
you know
you
what
are.
I mean? And I just don't like respect people like that, because it's like you're just disrespecting your own kind. You're disrespecting the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over like, okay, like you don't like Black women. That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't got to, but you don't gotta say all these disrespectful words because.
And I wouldn't even use those wordings like I don't like Black women. I would say I prefer this type of woman. Like, for example, like I know me personally, I prefer dark-skinned men. Like, because you can be Black and light-skinned. So, like, I just prefer dark-skinned men. That doesn't make me hate light-skinned men, but I just prefer dark-skinned men. So, I would never blatantly be like, I am never fucking with a light-skinned Black man. They are so pussy. Exactly. I'm not gonna say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, that is very harmful to people's mental health. And that is honestly putting people in a box, and they've done that to us for so long that I would never do it to somebody else. But I will say I want me a Black man. And I don't think that makes you any I feel like that makes you prideful of who you are by wanting to just extend your legacy with the people that you come from. Like, that shows how much you take pride in your culture. And I feel like any other culture or religion or anything that chooses that way, like Jewish people, you're not allowed to marry outside of your religion. Do they make that a negative stigma? No, that's just, we are so prideful in what we believe in that we want to share that with people that think the same. That does not make me hateful to any other group of people. So I feel like it's not what you do, it's how you word it. And I feel like that the way you guys word it shows me how much self-hatred you are living in, because it's uncalled for. You could have said what you said without downing a Black woman or a Black man. So I feel like that just shows you the devil done got you. But you got to work on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So before we wrap, what's one thing you want Black families listening right now to understand about power, money, and legacy?
That's a good question. I gotta think of something.
Go ahead, take your time.
Always just be true to yourself and to your family. You know, always like just be grateful for everything. You know what I mean? Especially like where if you have kids, you know, make sure you always be a leader for your kids. You know what I mean? That don't ever be a follower to nobody. And you know, we live in America. We live in an evil world. We live in. You know what I mean? And I feel like with us Black people, we need to always stick together.
Yes.
You know, no matter what. You know what I mean? Even if it's like a disagreement or anything, always come together and be like, okay, you know, we good. You know what I mean? And you know, there's families out there who doesn't speak to their own kids or just, you know, to themselves. And I feel like, you know, it's always important to always come together. Yeah. And always like bring back that bond. Yeah. And just for everything, you know what I mean? And always like don't let the money change you at all. You know what I mean? Don't, especially with Black people, because Black people, I see a lot of people.
They get into them rooms, when they get to the
money,
switching up.
They start switching up, you know what I mean? And never, because I know like money is always about power and stuff, but don't let that power get to you. Yes. Because of the green, you know what I mean? And, you know, just always be true to yourself. You know, if you be true to yourself, you're going to be good, you know? In this community, the community needs a leader, and then just be that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
My advice to you guys would be, when it comes to legacy, pour into it. The next generation is more important than you think, because at the end of the day, they set the trajectory of what's going to go on in the future. So if you want the future to be different, you have to start by instilling your children with different values and morals, and making sure they know what you want them to project out into the world, and make sure that they're good people overall. When it comes to the power and the money, I just said something about this on Facebook. A lot of people think that money is their purpose of life, to make the most money. That is not your purpose. God has given everybody a purpose, and I promise you it has nothing to do with money. So make sure you find your purpose that is aside from money, and hopefully you can make money doing what you are sent here to do. Yeah. Yeah, this was such a great conversation. I really do appreciate you even doing this with me, because I know it is very controversial and people don't want to hear about it, but at the end of the day, you need to hear about it. It's very, very real, and it's just important to me in my heart. So I just want to thank you again. A lot of people want to pretend we're just past this conversation, but avoiding it doesn't make it disappear. If racism has evolved, then so does the way we fight it. If this conversation challenged you, share something real with you, or made you uncomfortable in a good way, share this episode, okay? Before we end, I do want to do my segment, Watched and Read. So I like to ask my guests what you watched or what you read this week. If you want to share.
Well, I didn't read anything this week, but
I'm gonna get you on your ass.
But you know, I read like this article about, you know, power. You know what I mean? And you know, power is a very important word to use, but if you're like, you shouldn't let power change who you really are, your personality, you know what I mean? Like, you know how like celebrities, like, okay, this big celebrity, the people say, oh, he has so much power, and then when they hear that, they just think, okay, I could do whatever I want. And you shouldn't let that get to you, you know what I mean? Especially with, you know, don't let nobody tell you, oh, okay, you can do whatever you want. Don't let the power, because if you let the power get to you, that means you're letting the devil get to you. Yes. You know what I mean? And it's always like, you know, just important just to be you. Just don't change it for nobody, you know what I mean? And I'd rather have respect than power, you know what I mean? Like, people see, okay, I don't want to have respect, I want to have power. Nah, I'd rather have respect than power.
Trump has power. He has no respect.
Like with Trump, right? Trump, right? Like, he doesn't respect nobody. He just have like
and nobody respect him.
Like look, like for example, like, look what he's doing right now with the whole like Iran and you know, with the whole war and shit, because he's doing that because he has power. Right. You know, he's letting that shit get to him. He's letting that ego get to him. But you don't want to be that person. Yeah. You rather just, you know, have respect more than anything. You know what I mean? If you have respect, I'm telling you, everybody's gonna, you know, fuck with you as a person.
Yeah. Because when you give respect, people want to reciprocate that. So
Exactly.
yes, that's true. Anything you watched this week? Did you watch anything interesting?
I watched Power.
Oh, how was it? I have to get back
you haven't
into
watched
that,
it?
but I fell off of Power because
nah.
because the thing is everybody like kind of tells everything every week. So it's like I get discouraged from wanting to watch it because every time I'm about to watch it, it's like I know everything that fucking happened and that shit irritating.
Power's a good ass show. I'm not going to.
No, I know it's good, but it's like they ruin it. Like everybody ruins it every week. Like I hate their fan base because they just all jump on Facebook as they're watching it. Like they don't even wait till the episode's done. They just as they're watching it,
that's how
fucking dropping
that's how
shit. Like
that's how you know it's bad good. If they
no, but I don't want to watch it. I know the whole episode. Like I'm good. Like I know everything I know who died. I know who's still alive. I know.
Yeah, no, they do. They do spoil it a lot.
Yeah, y'all be spoiling. Like, can y'all just chill? Like, let me just like chill.
No, but it shows you that like the show is just mad interesting. Like,
no, for sure.
You know what I mean? But I get it. Like, okay,
no,
like,
for sure. Because when I first started watching, I'm like, this shit is dope. Like, 50 be doing what the fuck he doing. Like, because 50 a troll and shit, but like he's a businessman for sure because he knows his stuff.
And also that's where I learned my business aspects from him as well.
Wow, see, that's a great person to learn from because everybody that I've seen like talk about 50 Cent, they say that he is so knowledgeable and that he has taught them a lot. So definitely get into what 50 Cent be doing.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think if I watched anything this week. I haven't really watched anything educational. Actually, no, I'm lying. I feel like I watched a podcast about. Ooh, you could probably help me with this because you're from another country, so I want to get your perspective on this. I was watching a podcast of these guys. They were talking to, I believe they were African. I think they were African. They were either African or Jamaican, but they were one of the two. And they were talking. She was saying some really ignorant stuff, like black people are lazy and that they have all these opportunities in America, and we come here and we do way better than them, and da 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 da. Like she was just talking crazy, and I really want to fight. I ain't gonna cap, but how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's like a real thing? Like, do you feel like it's based on? Like, do you feel like they just know more or whatever? Like, I do feel like they take more appreciation for the assets that we have when they come over here. But do you think that they realize that they do get more benefits and more opportunities to those benefits when they come here? Like, I don't think they realize that Black Americans don't automatically get those privileges that they get when they come over here.
So this was a African podcast? Or?
It was a black people like a black person like me. They were having a podcast and they had two guests that were African.
Oh, so
she started like just rambling about how black people are lazy. And,
oh shit.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, so
she basically just started rambling about like black people being lazy and that when they come over here they do better, way better than us, and that they're basically smarter than us. And,
you see with that, listen, I think
very degrading. It was very rude to say.
Stuff like that is very arrogant, and I don't think. Okay, I get what some Africans they say that they're better, they know better, they're smart, this and that, but it doesn't make anything better at all. Like I feel like they just think okay, we Africans, like, we better than everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is that's not true. I feel like nobody's not better than nobody, you know what I mean? And then as Africans, when they see like the Black Americans, they think like, okay, they're nothing.
Oh, you know yeah, that's nothing. She said we have no culture. She said Black Americans have no culture. Mind you, the bitches wear. Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
See, that's a problem. See, this is why
y'all come here and take our culture and then tell us we have no culture.
Yeah.
Which is very hurtful to us because we accept y'all with open arms. Like we love our Caribbeans, our Africans. Like we love y'all.
You see?
So it's just very hurtful when I see like Haitians, Africans, anybody come here and talk down on Black Americans. It's very hurtful.
You see, that's the problem. This is why I said us Black people need to come together. You know what I mean? Like. Just because I'm African, I'm still black. My skin is black. Yeah. If I see a black person, I don't care who it is.
Clock that motherfucking
I'm still gonna be yo. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what up? How you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I feel like they tried so hard to separate from us. Like they want. Oh my God, we're different than them. Oh my. Why? Why are you saying? Like, why are you saying it like it's such a bad thing to be black? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Sometimes it could be like, okay, like back in the days, you know how like. Black Americans, they look at Africans like nothing as well. Mm-hmm. I think they look at it as like that now.
Yeah.
Because they've been treated differently.
Yeah.
But Africans, like, we all human. We all the same. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who's smarter. We all have the same skin color. We all in the same community. You feel me? So we should all just be one. You know what I mean? So when people say shit like that, I just like, bro, you just stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
I just feel like it wasn't helpful to the conversation. Like, I feel like stuff like that just, it sounds to me like you're trying to boost your own ego. Like, when you say things like that, it sounds very, like you're just saying things, you're spewing bullshit because, one, Black Americans have a lot of culture. We have created our own culture because we had to. Okay, we had to. We were separated, like you said, from you guys. Like, we had to make our own culture. So I feel like when you guys say that, y'all really take away from our identity. And then they like I said, like, a lot of y'all come here and y'all take our identity. You wearing Jordans and motherfucking, like...
I'm wearing Jordans right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all be taking our whole style and then saying we don't have no culture. Like, that's very, like, hypocritical and just, like, ignorant. Like, it's just ignorant to say. So I just... That pissed me off watching that. So I didn't even get to finish it because I really wanted to fight the bitch. I wanted to, like, find out where they was located so I could, like, pull up. But I didn't know. And then I'm also reading this book, perfect for our topic, but basically it's about a Black family that basically, it was an ordinary family and they turned into like, basically like a, what's that word? Like they used the perfect word for it, but ordinary families turned into like, you know, powerful like leaders in the community. Like they did something very powerful, but it's like just teaching me, it's true stories basically about Black people, ordinary families and ordinary people that have done courageous things for our rights and for us as people. So if you guys don't, I need to get this. It's teaching me a lot.
Yeah, there's also a book. I forgot the title of it, but it taught me.
It's called Unlawful Orders, by the way.
It taught me this book. I'll send it to you because I feel like it'd be a good book for you to read too.
Yes, send it to me. I love having new books.
It's about like, you know, about credit, money, and just
yes, I need that.
Investment and stuff. Like, if you came from nothing, you know that book is gonna really teach you everything about, you know, credit and everything. And it taught me a lot too. So, I feel like you like the book as well.
Oh, for sure.
You know
I love anything that's educational. Like I'm an education freak. And then last thing before we wrap. My self-reflection of the week, I like to wrap up with asking my guests if there's anything you have reflected on this week that you, maybe your past self, that's something you've grown from. Like for example, I've grown from, you know, being super angry all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like letting people control my emotions. Is there a time this past week where something you've grown from has showed up, and how did you handle that?
Oh man, it was actually like a couple weeks ago. It was just, you know, people, they just do things like to test me, just provoke me and stuff, you know what I mean? And what I learned is like, you know, I can't let nobody, like, I can't let words just get to me, you know what I mean? They're just words, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be hurtful, it could be lies, it could be just anything. Like, I just like...
You know who you are.
Yeah, I know who I am at the end of the day. And I just didn't let it get to me. I just learned like, okay, like sometimes like, you just got to just breathe. You got to just stay calm. You know what I mean? Just step away. Don't let it get to you, because if you let the words get to you, you just like black out. And then I almost blacked out. I almost blacked out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost did. But you know, my mind was telling me, yo, just stay calm, just breathe. You know what I mean? I told myself how to just relax myself, just breathe, just don't let the negativity just get to you. Like, it doesn't really, negativity doesn't really get to me, but still, like,
just
you
in
know,
the moment.
Sometimes in the moment, it's like,
you just want to react.
Yeah. Exactly. But don't let your emotions get to you.
Your actions.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. That's something I've grown from a lot, and I feel like that's how you take your power back, you know, just reminding yourself of who you are and what the devil is trying to do to you in that moment. Just try to remind you of who you used to be, and that's not who you are anymore. So be who you want to be in that moment, you know?
Right, exactly.
I agree, and I thank y'all so much for tuning in. This was such an amazing conversation. I can't wait to have Red back again.
Yes.
But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, where can they follow you and your business page?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram, YVNGRED. Same thing with YouTube. I do YouTube as well.
Yep. Subscribe to his channel.
Yes, and then you could find my business on Vynar Capital. It's VYNAR Capital. We are everywhere. Instagram. You could see us everywhere.
Yeah,
You know
go to
what I
his
mean?
Instagram and you'll find everything because he does a lot of content based on it. So get in there and make sure you guys, if you guys need mentoring on financial literacy or growing your financial, just portfolio. Also, he's going into investing in real estate. So if you want to learn about that, make sure you guys hit him up. He's very, 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 very knowledgeable. So just make sure you guys check in with him. I appreciate him again. And thank y'all for tuning in to Blunt Talk Podcast. And we love you. We'll see you next time.